Hello, and welcome to Lemonade from Lemons. Lemonade from Lemons. Finding inspiration in, well, crazy times. My name is Gail Anderson, and this is me with my little afro and sullen teenage face and groovy old logo from SVA. SVA graduate class of and currently chair of BFA Design and BFA Advertising. This is Director of Operations, Carolyn Hinkson Jenkins. And this was us on our first day of online school where, well, whoops. Yep, it's more like it. We're pretty much the only people in the building. Kind of felt like we should be there for some reason. Didn't need to be, but it was good to see each other after 6 months. I went to SVA, as I said, and I fell in love with this poster when I was in high school at Cardinal Spellman High School in the Bronx. And I just like, I want to go there. It said, to be good is not enough when you dream of being great. And I was just like, yep, that's me. And I thought the poster was beautiful. I thought the painting, the signature, that beautiful Paul Davis signature at the bottom, was he. My art teacher, Miss Francis, said I can keep the poster, and I still have it to this day. But that line, that tagline was just, that was it for me. Years later, Paul Davis painted my portrait. Long story, but I have a Paul Davis portrait. And do you have a Paul Davis portrait? That's Paul Davis. He's like the nicest guy ever. And I've gotten to know him over the years, and to get to know a hero and have a hero come and visit you at work. Yeah, yep. Anyway, I found a bunch of drawings that I did as a kid and realized that they look just like what I do as a grown-up. I don't know if you've had that experience, but yep, kind of come full circle. I've been so blessed to do many SVA posters over the years. And this was this was a series of 5. This is 3 of 5 posters. When Barack Obama was first elected, moment of silence there. And Terry Allen and I worked on these together, and he's a fantastic illustrator. And they ran in the subway all year in 2009, which was fantastic. To be followed by, these are 3 of a series of 8 posters that I did for the school later on. Debbie Millman's eyes on the right, Zipung's eyes up there. You'll find out more about him. Steve Heller's mouth at the bottom in the middle. Another series of posters, these 3 with my friend Joe Newton. Kind of thinking about words again. We'll never ever hit to be good is not enough. I get it, but make it here and then get it. And most recently did a poster with Zipung. I was asked to do the most recent subway poster, and during pandemic time, but I've got to make this really optimistic. And art is back, art, because we were doing an art is series the last few years. So it's like, art is back. Yeah, art is back. Art is back. And thought, well, how do we animate this too and use this in different settings? And we had this big idea to do all this stuff. And it's like, okay, well, the world will be back. The ship will be righted and we'll be able to spend money again. That didn't happen. So it's a social media campaign. It's a lemonade from lemons, people. And okay, we can do this in social media and celebrate different departments, celebrate the students, celebrate the work they do. That's pretty awesome. And just have as much fun as possible for as little money as possible. Celebrate design, the design department. um, and celebrate the illustrious faculty, the illustrious, diverse um, group who teach at the school, um, and just plaster them all over social media. Because what you get that's unique is you get all these working professionals, these industry professionals, with these incredible client lists. So celebrate it. And again, just this is an Instagram story, another faculty member. It's just, it's like, okay, we worked with Visual Arts Press, and it's like, what can we do to just have some fun with this? That's not a big expensive campaign. Another time. The most lemonade from Lemon's thing, though, was virtual commencement. And John Waters, our speaker, who would have been there live at Radio City if commencement had been live, but also agreed to record his address to the students, which was just, like, I had watched it over and over. It's like, this is maybe the best commencement speech I've ever heard. It was just brilliant, and he was lovely. And I mean, come on, look at that mask. Look at that John Waters mask and the gloves and the academic regalia. We pulled this together, and this was as magical as you could get. And it was a hit. And it was some nice, tasty lemonade there. But this is our reality right now. It's working from home. Which is fine, because I am blessed, happy to be upstate in Woodstock these last months, where I always wanted to spend more time, but never was able to. And well, now I am coming to you from my laundry room / workroom. But this is the reality. This is our new reality, as we all say. And this is the reality of social media right now, and how mean people are, and blowing things out of proportion. And I don't know, it's a rough time. I'm like pulling memes, this is what it's come to. And this one, I sent my sister the other day, because it was like, okay, this is where we are now, in our little lemon phase. Flammable snow, that's where we're heading, flammable snow. Because my life was this before. As a kid, it was the silliest of cartoons, prehistoric times in the future, space age, the space age, Lost in Space, remember? Danger Will Robinson. It was pure fantasy, right? The Addams Family, the monsters, and just silly stuff. Brady Bunch, not rerun Brady Bunch, real. Channel 7, ABC on Friday nights. I grew up with these people, only to have this as my reality now, living in another Brady Bunch world in meetings. And I know this is your reality too. And we have to make the best of it, because it is what it is, as our president says. But this, and I mean, it is what it is in a okay, let's just go for it. We've got this. We can sit through these long, these sometimes long calls on Zoom and get comfortable. And I've got my notebook, my pen, and I'm good. I don't look like I'm good in some of these, but I am. And we all are. And it's actually really nice to see everybody. And okay, I'm really not liking it here, but we got this. And my favorite call was the end of last semester, having young Nick Heller, son of, come to visit my class. And to know that I can have different kinds of visitors, more visitors, come to me and to my hundreds of sophomores through Zoom. Okay, we can do this. So trying to be optimistic. I haven't seen my family very much. Twice, I think, so far since all this happened. And but we see each other on Zoom now, which we never did before. And like, okay, we can do this. But I missed my niece this niece's daughter being born. I missed, I went to Viviana's virtual shower and her drive-by shower that we like throwing presents out the window. And I haven't seen the baby yet. And I haven't seen my little grandnephew Crosby. I didn't get to watch him turn 4 this summer. This is lemonade. No, this part's just lemons. And then thinking of sweet, sugary stuff, I just have spent some time looking at books, poking around online, just looking at old stuff, because maybe that brings me some kind of comfort. And I'm like, sugar crisp, sugar smacks, sugar, sugar, sugar. And I got the crowns to prove that I ate this stuff. And I was looking at King Vitamin here, and I realized maybe the one left was photoshopped, because the King Vitamin could not have had teeth like that. But so I'm hoping that one's a fake, because I do remember the one on the right, that King Vitamin. And I remember this King Vitamin, the cartoon version. But my goodness, what were we eating? Sugary sweet, oh my God, sugary sweet, tasty little crowns. Yeah, I got those in my mouth now. And I started to look at this stuff. And, and then it sort of came to everyone's attention this summer, and how we rethink our icons. Like, And remembering this. I remember eating these chocolate babies. What? Yeah. And it's like, well, what else was there, that was objectionable? And you can kind of make a list there. What were we doing? I remember drinking this stuff, pre-sweetened without sugar, so I guess it must have been good for me. But Indian orange and Chinese cherry? What? Anyway, so it makes me kind of go through other books and poke around and look at other stuff. And I think of Sister Critic Kent and how inspiring this work was to me way back, how it is inspiring to me now, that I can't get enough material to read about her. And I was out of the Letterform archive way back when, and found stuff that just makes me so happy, like this, that I don't really know what it is. I don't know what it says, but I love looking at it. And I guess in this time, it's digging up all this stuff and trying to get some other kind of stimulation, some other inspiration, and thinking back to old friends and colleagues. And I think of Fred and the many years we spent at Rolling Stone, and the incredible work that he did, and that we all did, but really was because of him. And I'm so lucky to have him as a friend and as a mentor, as I do Paula Scher. And I think of people I worked with there, like Deb Bishop. Like, Deb is knocking it out of the park with that Times for Kids. If you haven't seen this, you need to. This stuff is just like, rah! It's so good. It's so good. And I think of young designers, and have gotten to know more of them from having Zapung staying here with me. Rich too is doing incredible work, and Rich too is making stuff, is doing his podcast, is designing sneakers, there's Zapung at the bottom. Just all these, he's at MTV. I don't know, there's just a lot of really great young talent, and people who want to make a difference too. And I think of Zapung, my roommate of 6 months up here, came up for a long weekend, stayed for 6 months. Just cranking every single day on projects. Sometimes just for fun, sometimes for profit, but taking on stuff that he loves, and then making a little statement here and there on social media, and putting up with the nonsense that people post in response to it. To see him take on more political stuff over time, I was like, okay, you go. Just such a pleasure to spend so much time with someone who I've always been so fond of, and always, we'd carve out time for each other, but who knew we would have been carving out 6 months to live in a house together. And so this is my proof that this actually happened. And that's another friend, Joe, who ended up staying as well, came for another weekend and stayed for 4 months. And then Zapung and I killed him and ate him. And so then there were just the two of us. And he was here, as I said, for 6 months. And Zapung learned to cook while he was here. So lemonade from lemons. I had two roommates for a very long time, and one of them really learned to cook. So, and we ate well. I have the tight clothes to prove it. There's also a lot of weird stuff that I learned about nature in the time here. So, like, really? During the middle of a meeting, watched a bear take my garbage can. It's like, okay, little fox. I mean, I'm a city kid, so this nature is new to me. You know, several times a day kind of nature. Not my thing. This bear stuff, not for me. Like, and me, the garbage can cost me $60. So this poor garbage can now has a lot of teeth in it. Anyway, you know, we worked on some other projects together, did a book cover, did an animation for the book cover. I'm trying to take on more BIPOC stuff. You know, it's again, I want to say we've got this. The world is really off its axis right now, and I'm looking at dumb magazines like Star and In Touch and Us and whatever, just celebrity nonsense just to like clear my head after all the bad news. And then I'm like, really? What's all this? Ashley Graham's sweetest breastfeeding shots. I don't want to see that. Celeb moms pumping breast milk? Us magazine? What's going on here? Anyway, I don't know. And I've got a friend, Francine, who sends me scary doll heads. And that makes me happy. Little nightmare action for you to end this. So, you know, we got this. We'll be fine. And it's just finding these little moments of inspiration and things that make you happy. And that's what I'm trying to do up here, me and the bears. So thank you. And good luck. And I'll see you around. If the bears don't eat me first. Bye.